Art is a creative process where we express ourselves. But have you ever wondered, unsaon ka ni paggrado ni ma'am? Good day everyone, my name is Geraldine M. Rojas, and for today, let me ask you a question. Have you ever experienced na clearly your artwork is more beautiful than your classmates, but still, ang imong artwork is gamay og score? And magwonder ta nga, naman gian ni ma'am. So, I want you to put yourself sa part ni teacher na ako ipakita ninyo nga painting. Between these two paintings, which will get the higher score? So, maybe some of you will say na ang bird ma'am kay neat and realistic, and some of you may say nga anang abstract ma'am kay it is creative and colorful. Maybe some of you would say that both of them will get a high score because both of them are good. So all in all, ang paggrado sa art is depende kung sino'y naggrado sa ni. But is it fair? Dili no. So dapat if maggrado ta og artwork, dapat naatay sundon nga pamaagi. Because in art, we should not only grade the finished product, but we will also look at the process, effort, and expression. So that's what we call assessment in art. So for today, let's learn about assessment in art. But before that, let's read the objectives. By the end of the lesson, the students would be able to, first, explain the meaning and importance of assessment in arts education. Second, recognize the importance of fairness and objectivity in evaluating learners' artwork. And lastly, express their understanding of assessment in art through class, sharing, or recitation. So, as you can see, our last objective mentioned about recitation, but unfortunately, we can't do that. So, sa quiz na lang ni. I hope that you can share your learning sa aton quiz. Okay, so let's start. Assessment in art is the process of measuring students' learning, creativity, and artistic growth through various methods. It helps teachers understand how well students meet learning objectives in art, such as skills in drawing, painting, appreciation, and expression. So, ang assessment in art DI, everyone, is ang proseso sa pagsukod sa learning, creativity, ug ang artistic growth sa bata gamit ang iba-iba nga pamaagi. So everyone, sa inyo pananaw, parehas ba aton gamiton nga paagi sa pagsukod sa learning sa mga bata sa uban nga subject o sa art? Diba dili no? Sa iba nga subject, we focus on the result. But diri sa art, we evaluate through the whole creative process. And it is very important for us to study this as a future educator. Kay puhon-puhon ug mamaestra na ta sa elementary, makahandle man jud ta og art. So, it would help us not to be biased and we can evaluate artwork through the right process. So again, assessment in art is the process of measuring students' learning, creativity, and artistic growth through various methods. So that would be all for my part. I hope that you've learned something. And now I will give the floor to Miss Nisel and let's dig deeper with our topic.
Good day everyone. So today I'm going to report my two topic, which is the purpose of assessment in art and the characteristic of effective art assessment. So there are 5 purposes of assessment in art. So first is to evaluate learning outcomes. So, as a teacher, no, importante jud nga ato i-evaluate ang ato ang students kay para makita nato kung nakasabot ba sila sa mga art concepts o techniques nga ato ang gitudlo nila, and through assessment ma-check nato kung effective ba ang ato ang teaching. So, second is to guide instruction. So, assessment help us identify kung asa mas maayo ang bata ug asa pud siya kinahanglan pa og improvement. kung kabalutaan na, no, we can adjust our teaching methods para matabangan nato sila nga mas ma-improve. So, third is to encourage creativity. So, dili lang pud puro correction ang assessment. However, dapat naapod tay mga feedback nga maka-inspire sa mga bata nga magpadayon sa ilahang creativity o confidence sa art. And the fourth one is to document progress. So, we also need to record their artistic development kay para makita nato kung unsa ang ilahang improvement from the start hangtod sa end of the lesson. And the last one is to promote reflection. So, assessment helps students to think about their own work and makapahuna-huna sila kung unsa ang ilahang nabuhat ug unsa pud ang ilahang kinahanglan nga ma-improve. Now, let's proceed to the characteristic of effective art assessment, and there are 5. First is comprehensive. So, it means nga appeal ang pag-process of product sa art making. And dili lang pud nato tan-awon ang final output, but apilon pud nato pagtan-aw ang ilahang effort o creativity during sa pagbuhat. And the second one is continuous. So, assessment is done before, during, and after the activity. And para ma-monitor nato ang progress sa mga bata all throughout the learning process. And the third one is fair and objective. So, dapat patas pud ang pag-grade. And we use clear right criteria para walay bias sa pag-assess sa mga students. And the fourth one is developmental. So, we considered the child's age, ability, and creativity, and dili nato ikumpara ang mga bata sa uban kay lahi-lahi man sila og skills og learning level. So, lastly is qualitative. So, it focuses on giving descriptive feedback, not just numbers, and ang mga comments nato makatabang pod para makasabot sila unsaon pagpa-improve sa ilahang artworks. And in conclusion, assessment in art is not just about grading, but it's about understanding, guiding, and inspiring our students to grow as creative individuals. So that would be all. Thank you.
Good day everyone, I am Marisa D. Moania, and today I will be discussing about the types of assessment in art. But before we start, let's have a quick and fun game. So our game is called Jumble Rumble Game. So here how it works. So I will show you some jumble words on the screen, and your task is to identify the correct word. I will give you 10 seconds to identify, then use the attached image on the screen to help you identify. So, let's begin. Your time starts now. Okay, now, Onin, what is the correct word?
Diagnostic assessment, ma'am.
Very good! So, the correct word is diagnostic assessment. So, what is diagnostic assessment? So, please read the definition of diagnostic assessment on the screen. So, diagnostic assessment, it is done before the lesson start to see what the student already know and what students still need to learn. So, diagnostic assessment is very important to help the teacher to understand the student's strengths and weaknesses. The lesson will be more engaging and effective. So the key words of diagnostic assessment, it is done before the lesson starts. I have an example of diagnostic assessment. Before starting the lesson, the teacher asks the students to make a quick sketch. It helps the teacher to know who are the students that are already know or well in art and who are not yet or still pa mag-practice. Okay, let's proceed to the second jumble word. Shati, please. Identify the correct word on the screen. Your time starts now. Okay, Shati, please give the correct word.
Formative assessment.
Okay, very good, Shati. We will give Shati a Jollibee clap. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Bida ang saya. Okay, the correct word is formative assessment. So what is formative assessment? Please read the definition of formative assessment on the screen. So formative assessment, it is done during the lesson to know how well students are learning. So formative assessment is very important because it helps teacher to give feedback and guide students while they are still improving. So I have an example of formative assessment. While the students kay nagdraw pa sila or nagpainting, ang teacher kay maglakaw-lakaw na sila para mutabang sa mga student to fix their work to make it better. So, okay, we'll proceed to the third jumble word. Ninin, please identify the correct word on the screen. Your time starts now. Okay, please, what is the correct word?
Summative assessment.
Okay, very good. We will give Ninin a Mommy Dunisha clap. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good, very good, very good. Correct word is summative assessment. So please read the definition of the summative assessment on the screen. Thank you. So summative assessment is done after the lessons or the project to see how well does the students have learned overall. So importante kaning summative assessment to measure sa mga student kung nakasabot ba gid sila sa gidiscuss sa maestra or na-meet ba gid ang learning goal. I have an example in summative assessment. So at the end of the lesson, the student will be able to create a final artwork then ilang ma-show ang ilang mga nakatunan like ang pag-color, shape, and design. So ang keyword aning summative assessment, it is done after the lesson. Okay, let's proceed to the last type of assessment. Please, Nika, identify the correct word on the screen. Your time starts now. Okay, Nika, please say the correct word.
Self and peer assessment.
Very good. We'll give Tisha a 10 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, very good. The last type of assessment in art is self and peer assessment. So please read the definition of self and peer assessment on the screen. Last types of assessment is self and peer assessment. Self-assessment is the students can be able to judge on or reflect on their own work, while in peer assessment, the student can be able to give helpful feedback to their classmates based on the given criteria. For example, students can be able to help people in self and peer assessment. After an activity, students can share their drawings or artworks in their classmates and give comments about what they like or what they are need to improve. So the keywords of self and peer assessment is the student can be able to reflect on their own work and can share to other classmates. So that's all. So the four types of assessment in art is the first is diagnostic assessment, second is formative assessment, third is summative assessment, and the last is self and peer assessment. So that's all. So I hope that you've learned something about my topic.